Audio check, test. Audio check, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Test, 1, 2. No, it's no I'm live right now. For sure. Test, test, audio check. All right, folks, welcome to Cleveland, America for a district game between the Hornets and the Cleveland Tigers. And we're just about to have the kickoff. It's a short onside. Sprinting up comes number 18 for Cleveland. He's got a little bit of a lane. The Hornets swarming right about the 41-yard line.
And listen, Chris, I don't know if this is just the popularity of high school sports and how big everything's gotten, but I think making the trip all the way up to Ohio for a high school football game, it's a little insane, don't you think?
Well, Troyer, I have a feeling you may have fallen asleep on the way over here, so I don't want to spoil the surprise for you, but I'm surprised you could sleep at all with treat driving, but good for you. Either way, we got a football game, folks.
It just felt like an hour and a half drive to me.
All right, so looks like Cleveland has a bunch formation, shotgun, one running back, trips left now. They've moved to the right. It's going to be a QB power to the right with a lot of lead blockers. He's got a convoy up to the 45-yard line, 4-yard gain on first down. It looks like they actually rule him out at the 43, so good job by the Hornets putting him out there.
Expect to see that look a lot tonight. They're going to set up all the blockers they can to that side of the field and run that little QB power, QB sweep out there.
It's an interesting formation. Most teams try to spread the field and get the defense spread out. Cleveland going with the opposite approach early here. Got one receiver split to the right. Trip tight ends, motion again. Same look as last time. This time it's a handoff to number 2, and that's Vansel chasing him down for only a yard gain and got an early third down.
So look, you're seeing more and more in football. They'll do bunch one end, usually with 2 tight ends. They'll motion them out to whatever side of the field they want to run on to add more blockers to there.
All right, early third down for the Hornets. The Hornets won the coin toss and deferred and kicked off. So now they decided to put the defense out on the field first. Hopefully the Hornet defense can make that decision pay off here. All right, here we go. 3rd and 7. Same formation for the Tigers. Everything's gone right so far. This time it is a QB power. He's looking to throw, and he's got a man. And that's going to be a conversion for a first down. So same look from the first play, and this time he pulled up and threw a pass.
Rolled out. What was impressive is now on film you look at it and it might show different, but it did not seem like an offensive lineman went too far downfield there with how long that spread out on the rollout.
I'm guessing that was a called pass play, just meant to, and that's why the O-line didn't get downfield. If that was RPO, that was some impressive discipline, no doubt about it. You're right there. Well, Cleveland's in business. They're on the Hornet 44.5-yard line.
They're spreading out a little bit more now.
Yep. So, empty set. Here comes the man in motion. Rocking. There's a quick pass out to the right. And the Hornets are going to stack him up, but he's going to get pushed forward. Looks like about a 4 or 5 yard gain there on first down for the Tigers.
It's good play design. Essentially, they did a similar look to what they've been doing, adding a blocker there by putting the guy in motion. And I mean, it's a pass play, but that's essentially part of your running game right there.
I saw the wide receiver had a little bit of rock before the snap. That would have got called last week. So a crew may be calling this game a little different. Looks like this official on the side's trying to come in and stop the play. Yep, there he is. Boy, it took him a while to get that hanky out of his pocket.
I think in a legal formation, 20 move, they hid the receiver.
Well, that sure did seem like a lot of effort to get that flag out. It didn't look like he was planning on pulling that flag too much today. We can only hope, right?
All right, we already have our first offsides on the offense, so we broke the record for that last week with 2. Speaking of breaking records, I'm pretty sure this is a record-breaking crowd here today in Cleveland, America. And this probably isn't one of Ohio's finest high schools.
I don't know what to say, Taylor. I'm just going to call a football game, if that's all right with you.
It's Billy Vessel's Memorial Stadium. They named it after a Sooner.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 8 after the penalty. We do appreciate the help. The lines judge is giving some advice beforehand. Ooh, there we go. Good penetration. The Hornets sold out for that one, didn't they?
They blew that play up just like the Pyro about blew up the Spirit line before this game started.
Now on film, Cleveland does like to throw the screen game. So if the Hornets are going to sell out like that, look for them to try to dump it over the top and hurt us with a big play.
We also have to think about where they're at on the field. It's 3rd and 11, but you're probably thinking 4th down territory kind of, or it's go for it territory if it's doable.
They'll look to pick up at least half of it here. So that same bunch formation, this time the receiver split to the left. It's an option. The pitch, the Hornets played that great.
Could not have defended that better.
Well done. Philippi takes the pitch man. Landon Wooten in on that play. And it looks like Trey Tanner and Bo Bennett also were over there for the Hornets. And it's 4th and 10. And it does look like they're going to punt.
I would too. Maybe work that field position battle in your favor.
So we got Stevens back deep. Bodie Carter as the up man.
You never know, though. Watch for some shenanigans. You never know what happens.
It's an interesting formation for a punt. Snaps back. The punt's not very good. Let this one bounce. Let's see what it does. Don't touch it, boys. And, boy, it was tempting.
I'm going to call it down to, the 8?
Would we call that roll tantalizing?
It's one of those things that was rolling just slowly enough around enough Hornets where you think someone was thinking about it.
Stevens wanted it. He let it go. That was the right play. And the Hornets are going to take over with a long field at about the 14-yard line. Well, folks, glad you're joining us today. We're excited to come all the way to Cleveland, America to bring this to you. And
are the Cavs in town?
You know, funny story. You know, the Guardians used to be called the Cleveland Indians. That's because when the owner of the baseball team bought the team, he thought he was buying a team in Oklahoma. Little minor disappointment. It ended up being Cleveland, Ohio, but I guess it worked out for him. All right, here we go. 2nd and 9 for the Hornets. Shotgun formation. And there's a fumble on the snap, and Tanner gets on top of it, but...
Not the best way to start out a drive.
No, the Hornets struggling here on their first possession. It's hard to say if that was Nurse. Looked like a decent snap.
Looked like he was looking upfield before he got the ball.
So the Hornets are backed up at 3rd and 13, and this would take something to convert here. You don't want any major mistakes. It's not the worst thing to punt in a 0-0 ball game. Shotgun snap. Tanner's looking to pass. He's got a rush. He looks to get through it. He can't get out of the grasp of number, looks like 18 for the Tigers. We'll consult the roster here. That's looking like C.J. Bryson.
We are definitely a team. We've got to stay in front of the chains. And it's been that way, kind of all year. We're at our best. We get a couple yards on first down.
Well, now
we get in third and long situations, we struggle.
There's no doubt. And Nowlin's got his heels on the end zone line. Good snap. He drives it. It's a low one. Hopefully we'll get a good roll. And that one's all the way to the 50-yard line. Sorry about the camera work there, folks. So it rolls dead right at midfield.
They should give us the 49.
Now, what are the odds of that ball stopping exactly on the 50-yard line?
Well, it's because it didn't. They should give us the 49.
The referee's like even numbers. It does make first down calls easier. All right, so the Tigers take over for their second possession.
I'm not one to shame anybody. This is not a particularly active-looking officiating crew today.
All right, so here we go. They have 3 receivers left. It's a shotgun snap, fake handoff. Quarterback keeps it. And the Hornets stack him up after about a 3-yard gain.
Pretty good plate design there. It's pretty well blocked, especially off that edge. That QB saw that little bitty sliver of a hole there. He got 4 yards out of it. We did a pretty good job defending it, too.
Yeah. It looked like everybody did their job on that play. And, the Tigers gained 3.5 yards. So, all right, here we go. 2nd and 7. Twin receivers left and right. There's a bad snap. It's a fumble. They don't want it. Bennett got back there and made it interesting. They did finally jump on it. The Tigers QB and running back, neither one could decide which one wanted to get on the ground and get that ball.
Third and long now. Got him right where we want him. Don't get bit by a screen just because you're trying to over pursuit of the ball here.
Third and 15.
Keep it in front of you. They're going empty look.
I'm thinking so here we go. There's a receiver motion. That's 4 receivers on one side now. They come back to this side. The ball's in the air a long time, and it was a back shoulder throw. Really sorry to may need to zoom out a little bit here so we can pick up that kind of action. I'm not going to be able to move the camera very fast. Let's get that out a little bit. We have a little more action. Scooch out. There we go.
We definitely should have, got off the field on that play.
So it was a back shoulder throw, and right to the
double
sticks.
Coverage too.
And the Hornets just couldn't play that one in the air quite well enough. And the Tigers found this a throwback.
The throwback.
Great job by 25, Jamison
Perfectly played. Jamison Williams, a freshman there. Couldn't have played that any better. I think there's a flag on the other side of the field over there.
He sniffed it out. And as long as that's on Cleveland, Williams, yeah, it is on the Tigers. And now it's going to be a decision for the coaching staff. And they're going to take the penalty.
You take it. Now, if it would have been caught and it would have been tackle for loss, he could take maybe decline.
So it's going to be 1st and 15. But great instincts. Well, they've got 2nd, but that's a replay of the down there. There it is, 1st down. 1st and 15. Good instincts by the freshman, though, right there, right?
Oh, yeah, it was amazing.
All right, there's a good pressure off the edge. They do complete the pass. And a slew of Hornets bring them down on the far side.
Bo Bennett with the pressure there, he lit that QB up. That's one of those, he got some yards on that play. That QB's going to be thinking about that for a little bit.
No doubt. QB's going to remember that one. Those are the kind of hits that pay dividends later on. And so now it's going to be 2nd and 9. So because of a 6-yard gain, technically we would have came out better if we would have declined that. But you never know. You take the penalty and see what happens. So here we go. Shotgun snap. It's another fumbled snap. There's pressure now. Falling's got him. He just throws it up in the air. It's an interception.
Bo Bennett's got it.
What a play. Bo Bennett's still going. Yes, sir. That quarterback just panicked, and he's not going to be real happy with himself when he sees the film on that one. What a play by the Hornet defense.
Sometimes it is just best to do what's within your control and get throw it away.
Well, it was a two-handed chest pass, and that's generally not a great idea from the quarterback. And that was Carter falling in on the pressure for the Hornets after the fumble snap. So pretty much everything went wrong there for the Tigers, and it just compounded their mistakes.
3 fumbled snaps in the first quarter of this game.
There was a Hornet that tipped that in the air, and then Bo Bennett ends up cleaning it up.
I think that was Bodie.
Bodie Carter with the tip. Great team play. Great team play for the Hornets. Lots of Hornets in on that play. So the handoff goes to Stevens, and the Hornets have not had a lot of push on their running plays early.
Not yet. I think that'll come.
Right?
That'll come.
The Hornet run game has looked better and better as the season went on, and I do suspect the Hornets will lean on that running game again today. So the Hornets have twin receivers, left and right. Stevens in the backfield with Trey Tanner. Man in motion. There's a fumbled snap. Now Tanner's going to improvise, and he does have good speed. Makes a guy miss. Does he get the corner? He does, and that could be a late hit. And there is a flag. Late hit on the Tiger sideline, and Trey's going to get 15 yards added on to the end of that run.
It's 4 fumbled snaps now in the first quarter of this game.
That's making lemonade out of lemons right there.
Chicken salad.
Well, I know what the Thunder announcer, radio announcer says about that. I don't know if I was going to go with that analogy. I thought about it, though. That's going to be a first down for the Hornets, and we're in business, folks.
We're in the red zone.
So the Hornets, with a interception, returned into the Tiger territory, and now we're trying to pay it off.
Now this is a time where the O-line starts getting that push.
So the ball is at the 16-yard line. Twins both sides. It's a fake. Oh, and that was a little improvisation right there by Trey Tanner. It did look like he was supposed to have the option to pitch that.
It was kind of it was a triple option type play. He had the option to either hand that off, and he had the option to pitch it. Kind of a risky pitch, but it worked out.
It looked like he changed his mind. Like he was going to run that thing, and then he was like, oh, it's open. And it worked out. And the little flip to Stevens gets 6 yards for the Hornets, so we're ahead of the chains like you were talking about.
Now, Jay's going to see that on film for next week and be like, did they watch our film? Because you're going to see them run a lot of that triple option, midline option look next week.
The Hornets have twins again, twins left and right. Shotgun snap. It's a power up the middle. Woo! And the Hornet QB is upended by number 1. He's the Tigers' best player. If you're going to see a big play out of the Tigers, it's probably number 1 in the middle of it. And that's a loss of 4 on the play, and we're back to 3rd and 7. Yeah, Javen Lindsay, senior wide receiver.
Javen Lindsay. You know, Javen was the hot baby name of 14 years ago. That's what they say.
All right, here we go. Now we have trip receivers right, 1 receiver left. Shotgun snap. It's a good snap. Toss out here to Nowlin. He's got to make 1 miss. And he gets dragged down after a gain that's going to make this an... Let's see how many he got here.
It's tough to tell with this angle.
It's going to be...
4th and 5.
It looks like 4th and 5. And Nowlin can kick... Let's see, that's looking at a 30-yarder.
You can do it.
We're going to talk about it.
You could maybe try it.
We're going to call a timeout and think about it.
That's smart. So,
what do you think, man?
No wind.
What do you do?
There's 0 wind. It's at a good angle.
Woo. This is why the coaching staff gets paid the big bucks, because I don't know what to do.
I'd go for it. 4th and 5. I'd go for it.
It's definitely not a gimme field goal. The ball's right about the 11-yard line, so you're talking about a 28-yarder. So the Hornet band getting everybody fired up. Gotta love me some Blue Pride band.
They're kicking it.
All right, so Nallen's got a chance to show his leg. With the timeout call, it made sure it wasn't rushed. If you're going to kick this far, I do like the timeout call.
This is a 32, 34-yard field goal?
A little less, 28 yards. It's on the 18-yard line. We have a great angle here, folks. Snap back. It's down. He nails it. Is it through? It is.
That's not a signal, ref.
I think it was not good.
They called it not good. That's not a signal.
Turns out Taylor. It was really hard to see if that was through the uprights.
We had one guy down there. We had one ref down there.
So the field goal is no good, and the Tigers are going to take over at the 11-yard line.
I'm okay with the call. I mean,
I agree.
4th and 5 either. It was two hard situations. If you didn't get the points, get the points.
You would like to pick up a couple more yards on 3rd down and give yourselves a little better shot at 4th and short.
I'm still flabbergasted at the ref just pointing to the right.
It almost looked like
Instead
he gave a thumbs
no
down.
Good.
It almost looked like a thumbs down.
I think he did give a thumbs down. What are we doing here?
It's definitely not an officially recognized signal for a field goal no good. I guarantee that was not given.
Okay, as I say, they're about to misspot the ball.
Well, they did. They put it on the 20, which is not where we kicked from.
Well, no, it was a missed field goal, so it goes to the
20-yard line automatically? All right, well, there you go. What do I know? High school rules, folks. There's a QB keeper, and there was a hole for him, and he's still on his feet.
They had the interior of that offensive line did a very good job on that play.
They emptied it out, and that spread the Hornet defense out. That's what we talked about earlier. And they were able to find a little room up the middle. Looks like freshman for freshman. That's Dagan Hopkins coming in for James Williams. All right, here we go. Empty set, shotgun snap. That looks like a false start, but this officiating crew doesn't want to. They don't want to step off.
There's two flags on the field.
Okay. Well, why would you not stop the play?
Yeah, that play shouldn't ever happen.
That just goes to show looks like a hold. So that'll be a few extra yards than a false start. So
gives us 5 more yards. So I guess it worked out in the end. But man, that for safety reasons, the offensive lineman saw early, big boy, saw early, had a full head of steam
on players that aren't moving because the ball wasn't snapped yet.
That play should have been called dead.
Yeah. Well, it will work out in the Hornets' favor. Although that wasn't a 10-yard mark off, so I guess they
only went back 5, unless they said it happened downfield.
Maybe. It's hard to say. The officials are not giving clear signals. We'll do our best, folks. It's a fake. It was a fake wide receiver screen, and the QB kept it up the middle, and he didn't get a lot. The Hornets were not fooled on that play at all.
Yeah, they sent him out on the fake. That's a QB counter right there. They didn't really have the offensive line pull or anything. Usually on a counter run, you'll see a guard or tackle pull there. That didn't happen at all, so it never opened up. 3rd and 8, folks. 3rd and 8, and the Hornets have the Tigers backed up. It would be really nice to get a stop here and get good field position. It's a tie ball game. It's 0-0, 18 seconds left in the first quarter. To the flat, and a great hit by Bo Bennett. Bo definitely the most physical of the Hornet defenders, and he made him feel that one. Landon Wooten got some pretty good pressure, had a good swim move. That's going to end the first quarter. We got 0-0 as the score.
All right, folks, that's the end of the first quarter. It's Hornets 0, Tigers 0. Hornets have moved the ball. The Cleveland, to be fair, Cleveland moved the ball on their first drive a little bit as well. So I'm not thinking this is going to be a 3-0 defensive stalemate. I think the offenses are going to get it figured out and get in the end zone here.
I don't think so. Vinita, we're just kind of trying to fill ourselves into this game. Cleveland really doesn't leave a lot to the imagination, but it's also like, they don't have that power runner either that makes that worth it. We have that.
So far, the quarterback has been he's called his own number a lot. Enjoy the Blue Pride band for a minute.
And so far, it's had to be a nearly perfectly blocked play for Cleveland to get ahead of the chains to get really anything. That or kind of a fluke, like that back shoulder fade into double coverage on a 3rd and 15 that ended up being caught.
Yeah. It does look like the Tigers are going to have a tough time moving the ball on the Hornet defense. That's a good sign for Hornet fans. So it's 0-0 after 1. This is a very important game for the Hornets. The Hornets are tied for 4th in the district. The top 4 teams make the playoffs. Last week, the Hornets went into the game against Inola in a 4-way tie.
It's 4th down. They're punting. Okay.
Yep. Here we go. So it is a tough snap. Not a great punt, but it's going to get it.
It went out of bounds before it went farther.
He's going to mark it on the 50.
That is
oh my goodness. Oh, he's going to walk forward. It's dramatic. He's going to stop at the 50.
You better keep on going. No, the other refs told him.
I see. There we go. Who knew you could have so much drama?
I'm glad I'm not coaching this game.
So here we go. That brings us. It's the 47-yard line, folks. We start in Tiger territory. All right, we got Bodie Carter and Ethan Stevens split left. Looks like Trey Philippi split right alone. Got a tight end sniffer and Bo Bennett in the backfield who gets a handoff. He's got room, and Carter's got a good block, and Bennett is going to pick up 15 yards and a first down. There is a flag on the play. And they're bringing them back, it looks like. They're going to mark it from the spot. They're going to call holding, maybe on the edge. It looked like a good block.
It looked like a good block to me. They said the hold happened. What is that? Is he standing at the 37?
They're marking it as a downfield holding, so it's probably going to end up just as a wash.
It's back at the line of scrimmage.
But the Hornets do have a big play taken away with another penalty, and that was a huge issue last week. So we really hope the Hornets can keep it clean here. So the officials having a conversation with Carter here on the sideline. So hopefully Bodie will figure out how they want to call that, and he won't get called for another one. So here we go. 1st and 10 again. It's a QB power, and Tanner does get the corner.
Another flag.
It's going to end. It looks like another hold.
Perfect play to call against the blitz, though. They showed that edge blitz, that edge rusher early on that play. Kind of just ran it to his side. He was going to over pursue that.
Well, the Hornets are going to get backed up this time. They're going to mark it from about 5 yards downfield this time, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 17 or so. 2nd and 16.
I'm smelling some home cooking. These refs might be from Ohio.
Well, it's hard to say. We didn't get the list of referees today. That would be quite the commute, though.
You're talking about we're in Cleveland now.
So here we go, folks. Split receivers left and right. Shotgun snap. It's a knocked that down. They had the screen set up, but Tanner couldn't get it over the tall Cleveland defensive line.
It was there. Those oven mitts just got in the way, but that was set up fairly well.
These Tiger linemen are pretty lanky, and they used the God-given size to their advantage there and knocked it down. And Tanner actually completed a pass to himself last week. I was glad he didn't catch that one. That would have been about a 10-yard loss if he would have tried to catch that one.
That was also very close to being 6-0 Cleveland right there.
Well, it's a game of inches, folks. All right, it's 2nd and 15. Trip receivers left, one right. Shotgun snap. It's a swing out here to Nowlin. The ball's tipped in the air. Just couldn't quite come up with it clean. And it's going to be 3rd and 15. And this goes back to what you said earlier about getting behind the chains.
We're not built for it. We're not built for that.
So the self-inflicted wounds on the holding calls are holding the Hornets back here. It's 10:47 to go in the second quarter, and it's a 0-0 ball game. 3rd and 15, Hornets have the ball on their own 47-yard line. And looks like we have trip receivers, shotgun formation. That was a bit of an adventure on the snap. Tanner looking for somebody, can't find anybody. He decided at the last second to throw it. He got pulled down by number 55 for the Tigers. That's Chris McCorkindale on the tackle.
Now that's a name.
McCorkindale. Or did you mean Chris? Because that is a fine name.
Yeah, I haven't heard Chris in a while.
Fine name. I do concur. So it's a loss on the play. Back to the 39-yard line. So Hornets just couldn't get anything going there. And we're going to punt. 10 minutes left on the clock in the second quarter. And good pressure, and that did affect the punt, but it's a great roll. Does he want to touch it? No.
Keep on going. Keep on
all
going.
All the way to the 17-yard line.
That's flipping field possession right there.
Well, unfortunately, it's not really what you want to see, but unfortunately, we've been watching a lot of punts roll so far this game. Alrighty then. So the Tigers are going to take over on their 18-yard line, and the Hornets are going to look to keep the field position in their favor. See if we can keep them down there. Wow, this 74 is a big fella.
I was just about to say that. You read my mind.
Let's see who that is for the Tigers. Hagen Sanders.
That kid is not Skip Mills.
Well, the Hornets do a great job of stacking that up, and we'll see how much they give them on that. Looks like 2-yard gain. But the Hornet line was strong there. Vansel in on that. Williams and Falling and Henderson in on that as well. Johnston out for the Hornets. It was in on that snap.
A little two running back look. I don't think we've seen split back yet.
This is different. Look for some sort of an option. And he's in motion, so let's see how the Hornets adjust their formation. It was a fake to nobody, and shot put pass is complete. Come up on the tackle, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Third and short, though. 3rd and short.
3rd and 3 for the Tigers, and we'll see if the Hornets can force the Tiger coaching staff to make one of the most painful decisions, which is to punt it on 4th and short. But if we can get a stop here, they'll be backed up.
You definitely don't go for it if you don't get it.
Not in a 0-0 ball game either. All right, Hornets, here we go.
Their whole playbook's open, though, here, unfortunately.
The ball is 25-yard line.
Our rush defense has been very solid to start this game.
They have trip receivers to the left, one in tight on the right.
It's going to be a run to that side of the field, which is weird because that's the short side of the... Okay, they're going to call timeout.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout. They did stack everybody to the short side of the field, which generally goes against...
That's not good, whether it be a run call or especially a screen call. That needed to be a timeout called for the Tigers.
So, game reset. 8:50 scoreboard, folks. Bagels on the scoreboard. It's 8:54 left in the second quarter. It's 3rd and 2.5 for Cleveland on their own 25-yard line.
Everyone loves a good Cleveland bagel. You know, they usually put that Skyline chili on it.
That's Cincinnati, boss. Cincinnati. Now, although I will say the band was into it because I do know they have a big lowrider scene in Ohio, so maybe they're in on it too here. I don't know. Do you have any friends that drive a lowrider?
Not many. The only experience I have with lowrider is that George Lopez show waking me up at 3 a.m. when I was a kid.
All right, here we go, folks. It's 3rd and 3, and
they're in the same formation.
They are in the same. Well, no, it's an empty set now, though. Oh, it looked like early QB right up the middle, and Bo Bennett blew that up.
Blew that.
The rest of the D line was there for the Hornets, and they didn't get it. Big time stop. The Hornet coaching staff sent Bennett to blitz the gap, and that just blew the play up before it could really get going. Great call by Coach Tanner and the Hornet coaching staff. All right, so we force a punt here, and we'll see where the Hornets get it. Wherever we take over, it's time for us to move the ball down and put some points on the board.
Cleanly, move on cleanly. That's for sure.
There's a snap. It was a little to the left. Get away from it. And here we go, watching a punt roll again. Right at the 49.5-yard line.
Exact same starting field position as last time.
Which will be marked on the...
Well, see, now we're marking stuff at the 49.
There we go. One football on the good side of the 50-yard line.
And I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this. Coach Neal, Chris, you realize this is going to be the only game of the season that is played on grass.
Really?
The entire season.
That's wild.
The only game this year we're playing on natural grass.
Well, the field...
Now we're bunched up to the short side of the field.
The field looks nice. I mean, the grass isn't green, but where are you finding green grass in Oklahoma this year? It's a fake. Tanner keeps it, and he is bottled up. So that was one of those option plays. You hand it to the running back or you keep it. He didn't like the look for Bennett, but the Tigers had sold out to stop the run, and they had them both covered.
I don't know if he had the option on that play, if it was kind of like one of those, you have the option, air quotes. But if he had the option on that play, giving it to Bennett was probably the move because he had a clean look.
All right, here we go. So it's twin receivers, left and right. Shotgun formation, Bennett in the backfield with Tanner. Good snap. Hornets looking to throw. They got Carter.
That hit the ground, yeah.
Ball skipped into him at about the 40-yard line, and now it's going to be 3rd and 13, 3rd and 12.
And it's what we're not getting done on first down.
Yeah. You got to have a plus play on first down.
That's what's killing us in this game.
We've had a lot of minus plays. And we just are ticking under 7 minutes now. It's still 0-0, folks. Score is 0-0. Oh, and they're moving it back a yard. So
it's a wild thing to do off an incomplete pass, I got to admit.
Well, they marked it wrong when they set it back down. All right, here we go. 3rd and 12. There is a whistle blowing, and we got a timeout.
The officials' timeout.
The officials are going to discuss what just happened. I think the Hornet coach, no, the officials are talking about it. I wonder if that's a charged timeout. He tapped his shoulders like that was an official's timeout to have a huddle here. Coach Mitchell did ask for the officials to clarify something. So either way, the Hornets are going to use it as a timeout.
You can't just re-spot the ball after an incomplete pass unless, like, they spotted it up to where it was the previous play.
I think that's what they tried to do when they. So The down man. Okay, they're going to bump the play clock. So that was much to do about nothing.
The play clock hasn't been working all day.
It's stuck on 8. The Hornets like the play call. Look at the receivers. They're ready to go. Whatever the Hornet coaching staff cooked up, the receivers like it.
Are we resetting the clock? I think that's what's going on. I think we're trying to reset the clock. The game clock. Yeah. Oh,
maybe the officials
back to 12 minutes
just now noticed.
We're having some technical difficulties.
Well, it's been 3rd and 10 all day.
Now we have 64 minutes and 20 seconds left.
All right. This is kind of entertaining. Let's see if we can get a...
They're not going to... I don't think they're going to be able to see this.
This is going to be a minute.
6 minutes and 42 seconds.
6:42.
Okay, we're back.
All right. Here we go. Let's get back out. All right. Let's pick up this action here. So the Hornets are 3rd and 13. Shotgun snap. Fake. They're looking at a bubble screen. Carter drags a guy for about 4 before he's out of bounds. It's going to be 4th and 9 when it's all said and done.
That chain guy, he's got to be careful. He can't keep on taking hits like that. The guy on the chains. He's got a family to get back to. you got to drop that and go.
Well, they just traded. He bailed out and he took the
Maybe the
number
guy on
stick.
the clip doesn't have a family to get back to.
All right, so the Hornets are going to punt again. I think that's the 3rd punt and 1 missed field goal so far for the Hornets. So Nallen's back. It's a low snap. Nallen does field it.
They're going to say his knee was down. They're going to say his knee was down.
He fielded it, and that's rough. I mean, in high school football, I suppose that's probably technically the right call. But it doesn't feel right, does it?
It doesn't feel right.
The kid makes a great play, fields a low snap, gets a good punt off. But they said because he went down.
Feels like these guys are just so delayed on calling everything.
So
that punt was getting fielded as the whistle blew.
That's a big play, folks. That call is going to stand large. So the Tigers take over on the 41-yard line of the Hornets, which about matches their best field position of the day. And they do have some momentum here. They got Stevens on an island up there against the Tiger receiver. We'll see if they try to take advantage of that matchup. I like Stevens out there, though. I wouldn't try to pick on him. Number 1, they wanted the wheel route for number 1. That was an excellent pass breakup by...
Looks like Bodie Carter.
Bodie Carter read it, got over there, and he's just getting better as the season goes. He made a really nice play on the ball in the air.
Bo Bennett destroyed the quarterback on that play.
Well, he might have got a penalty.
Destroyed him.
He did get a penalty on that. So, physical tackle, but they said it was roughing the passer. And so that, unfortunately, is going to hurt.
It's going to increase that field position even more for him. It's going to put it, 26?
So,
26.
Compounding the errors a little bit here. The ball gets placed on the 26-yard line. And the Tigers are moving. The Hornets are helping them. And we got to stop. We got to get out of our own way here. So, every day I'm shuffling.
I feel like we just haven't gotten out of neutral in this game. You know what I mean?
I do.
We haven't really woke up yet.
A little lackadaisical. A lot of penalties. The defense has played pretty well. That's an unfortunate penalty right there. A kid's trying to make a play. It's always a judgment call.
I don't think it was that late. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that was called more for the That was a penalty called more for the violence of the hit rather than the lateness of the hit. I mean, Bo had started his tackle, like his leap, as the ball was still back here.
That's true. I mean, it was a good QB pressure, and with the letter of the law these days, it's possible that should have been a penalty, but I agree, it wasn't late. So really, it's just a bad luck for the Hornets there. You see that at every level now, where a guy just makes a great play and ends up getting a penalty.
Watch the counter run. Nope,
they're luring us in for the screen, and it just went off his hands.
Bounced off the lineman's head, I think.
Now, the Hornets did have their defensive line lured in on that, but they just couldn't connect, thankfully.
Well, here's my thought process on that. If the pass hits the offensive lineman in the head, I think he was probably a little too far down the field.
So, the Tigers are coming out with a new formation here. Ends up being three receivers left.
It looks like.
Three receivers right, tight left. Nobody in the backfield. And that was Carter Falling making the play from the ground.
Amazing individual effort.
Great job by Carter bringing that guy down. And it's going to be 3rd and 8. And this is 4-down territory, so the Hornets, they better be prepared for 2 plays here.
Yeah, you could literally see anything here. Don't be shocked. I mean, they probably liked the look they got off the last screen that fell incomplete, so don't be shocked to see maybe like a jailbreak screen or a middle screen down through the middle of the field.
All right, he motions the man out. He's all alone. There is a screen set up again, but the quarterback just missed his man and almost threw it to Dawson Vansel.
It's going to bring up, 4th and 8, 4th and 7?
And Dawson Vansel plays for the Hornets, so that is not what he meant to do.
It's not what you want to do typically.
It is 4th and 8, as mentioned. Falling comes off the field. Hopkins and Williams are going to be the rushers on 4th and 8 here. And the Tigers are getting a good look on the screen, but they just can't complete it. Just haven't executed. Thankfully for the Hornets.
You're not going to see a screen here. I wouldn't be surprised to see some type of fade or like you got an out route right there.
Ball in the air, and it's an interception.
Picked.
There goes Stevens. And the return is going to about make it a wash.
You'll take the momentum play for
right.
Sure. That builds up some excitement.
That's true.
It's definitely more exciting to get there from a pick than like a regular incomplete pass.
Just knock it down. So
like,
the Hornets.
Do you remember
stop,
OU
though.
Nebraska a few years ago? DJ Graham, a little one-handed pick on the 4th and 17.
You know, I don't remember that.
Oh, it was an amazing pick, and Lincoln Riley said he almost challenged the play to get it reversed so we get better field possession. He wanted to call it incomplete. That's the moment I knew right there, Chris. Before he left, that's when I knew he was a pansy.
All right, folks. The Hornets take over with 5:31 left in the second quarter. It's Tigers 0, Hornets 0. And somebody's going to have to grasp the momentum here and take control of this game. The Hornets get a stop with an interception on 4th down. It's a pass out to Bodie Carter. He makes a move. And, boy, good defense by number 6 for the Tigers. That's DeMarcus Coleman. And Bodie made a move on nobody because he was expecting closer coverage.
He had to make a move to get to the ball, too, because it was a little behind him. Tough throw to make, though, by Trey Tanner. He was on the far side of that field, kind of going back. He had to.
Well, we got
that's a tough throw.
Hornet playmaker, the ball in space, and we just hope, you can get past him. We picked up one. There's a man in motion. It's a good play. You got to give credit to the Tigers defense right there. That was Jager Forbes, number 2 for the Tigers, fought off a block and forced Trey Tanner out of bounds after only a 1-yard gain.
Yep, got through Bo's block there, and there's 2 guys, 1 blocker.
You like the play design and play call. You like our chances, and then a kid just makes a good play. So sometimes you just got to tip your cap. And so the Hornets got a 3rd and 8. We just haven't had very many 3rd and shorts today, and that's why it's zeros on the board. Shotgun snap. There's a fake. He's got a man. Just outside the reach of Bodie Carter. And the PA announcer is listening into the broadcast because he just said exactly what I said.
He's probably tired. He was talking for 20 minutes straight about absolutely nothing before this game started.
Well, that's not fair. It was senior night here for the Tigers.
No, it wasn't even about the senior night. It was just randomness.
I forgot about the stream of consciousness between senior night and kickoff.
That was wild. Maybe we're not playing music. I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe the music.
All right, so the Hornets are going to punt again. And 4:39, 0-0. That's a better snap. And it is a high kick. Let's see what kind of a roll we get.
There's a flag on the play. Probably going to be running into the kicker. I don't think they're going to give him roughing.
Well, Nowlin is shaken up. And so if you can milk it a little bit, we could get an automatic first down out of this. Let's find out what the call is.
Let's look at the white hat.
They are not marking.
It's running. It's running into the kicker.
But they didn't mark the end of the punt. Like what?
Running into the kicker.
This is going to be a problem. I don't think we want to re-kick it. We wanted to have it added on to the end, but they didn't mark.
And your punter's hurt.
They did not mark where it was. Oh, it is a first down. There we go.
Okay, so was it less than 4th and 5?
No.
Then, once again, these guys don't know their signals because they didn't do the personal foul signal.
You know, high school has weird rules. Is it possible that there's no such thing as running and roughing?
There's running and roughing in high school, the same as there is in...
All right, well, the Hornets get a big break there. And so 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Tanner back to pass. There is a rush. He's got room. He gets a block from Stevens. He gets down right close to a first down. So 9.5 yards on the scramble. Hey,
they're thinking about it. No, they bumped it a little bit.
Hey, that's a plus play on first down.
That's a plus play on first down. Now you can do anything you want.
2nd and 1, and the Hornets are in business after the roughing the punter penalty gives them the first down. 3:56 left to go in the second quarter. Tigers 0, Hornets 0. All right, here we go. We got 2 backs. We got Stevens coming with the lead blocker. He's got room and speed.
He's gone.
There he goes. Stevens gets the corner. What good blocking. The signal is touchdown. I don't see any flags. How about that play call and execution by the Hornets?
44 yards untouched. Now that blocking was spectacular.
He hit the corner and there was just nobody there. It reminded me of the old OU Wishbone days.
Well, we are at Billy Vessel's Memorial Stadium. I know Billy was pre-Wishbone, but let's be honest, there wasn't much throwing going on back then.
All right, so now in the kick. 6-0 Hornets. The snap was adventurous, but a good hold and a good kick. And it's 7-0 Hornets. All right.
They actually gave the kick as good sign. They gave a sign after the kick.
We do appreciate that.
Unlike last time.
The Hornet faithful appreciating a reason to stand and cheer. Everybody's getting a good stretch of the legs.
For you all watching at home, that's 7-0 at this moment. 3:36 left in the first half.
7-0 Hornets. And we got the big play, and, that's why you give the ball to Stevens. He's got to get touches. And if you can't get him touches in the passing game, then you got to hand it to him because, boy, he is always a threat to take it to the house. And there's nobody on this field that can run with him.
The more he touches the ball, the better.
And a great job by the Hornet receivers. blocking on the edge. Great job by Bo Bennett leading. There's a quick kick, offsides on the Hornets. Got offsides on the Hornets.
The offsides, Vinita.
Remember how a couple weeks ago we were talking about how we've been doing a way better job, throughout the year of limiting penalties?
It hasn't been true the last 2 weeks.
Has not been true the last 2 weeks.
The referee on the near sideline with a heck of an underhanded toss, and I could tell by the look on his face he was proud of that one. Ball placed back on the tee. Here's the kick. It is a deep, it's out of bounds. And you don't mind that. It was on the other side of the 35-yard line, so after the penalty, the Tigers will take over on the 35.
See, yeah, it should be at the 35 since it's out at the 30.
So, it is Vinita 7, Cleveland 0. The Hornets come into this game tied for 4th in the district standings, which is playoff position. They're down on district points.
Are we about to re-kick? We don't re-kick in this situation. This is not a re-kick penalty. This is a you get the ball at a certain yard penalty. That's not how this works.
Well,
that's not the rule. Sorry.
That is definitely what's happening.
That is a spot foul that you don't re-kick.
And now they're going to talk about it. They're going to discuss it. And Taylor, your protests have been heard. The protests have been heard. The referees are going to talk about it, but I think they like their decision. They're just making sure. So they did give the Cleveland coach the option to take a 5-yard penalty and re-kick, or to take the spot
Kick
foul.
This thing on sides.
So for a third time, the Hornets are going to kick off. It's a deep onside to the right. The back man for the Tigers takes it, and he has room. And he makes a man miss and ends up at the Hornet 41-yard line. So that does become a big play. That's
I'm going to keep my mouth shut on this one.
23-yard difference on field position on the re-kick. So the Tigers are in business with 3:23 left in the second quarter. This is the second time they've started in about this field position. Last time the Hornets held strong, got a stop on 4th down with the Nathan Stevens interception. And so let's see if they're up to the task again. This time we're up 7-0 Hornets. There's a play action pass. They're going deep. Here we go. Play on the ball. That's Trey Tanner with an interception. There you go. Ball nose, Taylor. Ball nose. Now, the Cleveland coach is insisting on an explanation, and there is going to be a huddle by the referees. I'm not sure what he could be, unless he is saying that there should have been PI. But, you can't go back and call pass
That is
interference.
just as much our ball as it is their ball. And that was a jump ball thrown to whoever could catch it.
Trey Tanner has every right to go up and catch that ball, just like he did. And you love to see the Hornet DBs playing the ball well in the air because they struggled with that last week.
3 picks in the first half.
All right. So the Hornets take over with 3:08 in the second quarter and a long field to drive, but that negates the big return for the Tigers in the good field position, and we are eternally grateful to the Tigers for throwing us the ball there. So here we go. The Hornets have 2 backs, and Ethan gets motioned out. It's a swing to Bennett. Can he beat his man? He does. beats another man. He's loose. He's coming back to the other side. Don't have a hold. Oh, we got a hold.
Flags on the play.
Yeah, what an effort by Bennett. Don't get hurt. That's one of those plays where it's coming back for holding. It's just so tempting. You're not expecting the runner to change directions there, and you see it at every level. There just always seems to be somebody get their hands caught in the cookie jar.
On a play like that where it changes direction so many times, that is very tough to hold your block. So it doesn't surprise me.
And it looked like they found 2 holds on that play, so only one will get marked off. But what impressive individual effort by Bo Bennett, and he just showed that athleticism.
It's amazing. Long discussion here, so who knows what's going to happen.
It didn't seem like that difficult of a call. Maybe they're making...
Would be offsetting?
I think it's against us, and they're going to mark it off. They could be working out the post-game dinner plans, possibly.
It needs to be Subway.
So
or some type of salad.
The Hornets get pushed back. It looks like 1st and 15.
Or legendary announcer Ben Scully would say, he said he'd be a master of reading lips, and he said they're making their dinner plans, and it looks like they want to go to Fuddruckers after the game.
Well, here we go. The Hornets are in an I formation, and it is a handoff. Power ball. Stevens with the ball, and he got the corner, and finally get whistled down. He's going to get almost to a first down. How about that for some old school football? The power I. 2:46 here when Stevens went out of bounds, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 2. So 10 yards, more than 10 yards, 13 yards on first down from the power I. Great blocking by the Hornet line.
It's kind of wild, the state of football where a power I kind of seems like a little trick play, don't it?
Well, you're not used to seeing 11 guys at the line of scrimmage, and the Hornets under center. And there's the handoff to Stevens, and the power football is working. That's quite a wrinkle right there, and I think the Hornet coaching staff are happy to put that one on film for the Jay Bulldogs to look at. So we're at the 30-yard line. Speaking of the Jay Bulldogs, the Hornets come into the game tonight tied with Jay, behind on district points, but that doesn't matter because if we can get a win here tonight, then next week's game is going to be for all the marbles. There's a pitch, and
flag on the play.
That one never had a chance. 2:14 on the clock. Holding on the Hornets. And if you're going to hold, do a better job than that. Because the Hornets got lit up.
I've always said it. You know what? If you're going to do something bad, at least do it the best you can do.
Yeah, that is going to be a 10-yard penalty, maybe. They're talking about if they want to take it or not. Where are they going to mark it from? Mark it from the 30. So it should be marked down on the 20-yard line, 1st and 20 for the Hornets. 2:14 in the second quarter. Hornets 7, Tigers 0. But the truth is, you got to keep giving it to Stevens. If he gets loose, then it doesn't matter how far it is. 80 yards, 85, it's irrelevant. Nobody's going to catch him.
Unfortunately, we're kind of getting to the point with the clock with one timeout to where it might be pretty difficult to keep on running this power I.
So we're still in the I formation. I think the coaching staff is okay with there's a handoff at the middle, and he's loose. It's Bo Bennett. There he goes. Will they catch him?
What do I know?
There we go. Bo is loose for the touchdown. No penalty. Great job by the Hornet lineman blocking that one up, and Bo Bennett with the burst. Touchdown, Hornets. The Hornets have lightning and lightning in the backfield. Bo Bennett gets loose, and nobody's going to catch him.
That running back duo the second half of the season has been lethal. Absolutely lethal.
Definitely the strength of the offense. Bo Bennett, Ethan Stevens, running back combination. And got to give a ton of credit to the big men up there because Bo didn't have a lot of work to do but be fast. High snap, gets it down. Great job by Trey Tanner as the holder. Last two snaps on the extra points have been adventures, and he's handled them both. Like Finn, it's adventure time, and he's up for the challenge. All right, folks, the Hornets are up 14-0, 1:47 left in the second quarter. Pan to scoreboard. Hornet faithful, happy to get another leg stretch in. Eternally grateful to Bo Bennett for not getting caught from behind on that.
I think they're just excited that they don't have to keep on sitting down these concrete slabs they call bleachers.
The visiting stand here at Cleveland, possibly constructed by the Romans.
Think they would have done a better job.
All right, here we go. Well, last time the Hornets had to kick off 3 times. So if we could just stick to 1 kickoff, that would be actually quite an improvement. There's the deep onside. Up to field it is number 1. And makes 2 guys miss, but not a third. That was
Jamison Williams.
Jamison Williams, the freshman, who was the fullback in that I formation and had a key block on the touchdown. The kid's having himself a nice ball game. Speaking of having a nice ball game, the Blue Pride has had a heck of a ball game. They made the trip and they're making the most of it. They're trying to get me to stop at Quick Trip on the way home, so, they're trying to put in a good shift here. Talk the bus driver into a little pit stop.
Rib Crib was a stop for dinner on the way up here.
So, what was the order?
It was the Roughneck Burger. And let me tell you, Chris, solid, excellent choice.
So Hopkins, Dagan Hopkins, set the corner, made the play. There's another Hornet freshman.
That was a very good play, but I'm still going to talk about this very good burger I had.
1:28 on the clock and counting.
Hamburger patty, brisket, fried pickles, barbecue sauce, cheese.
Where's the smoked sausage?
You don't need smoked sausage there.
I think a link of sausage sliced in half and thrown on top of that. You might as well put the whole smoker in there. It does sound good, I'm not going to lie. There's a shotgun snap, running back handoff. He's got blockers on the corner. This could be trouble. And good pursuit by the Hornets.
Bodie Carter, clutch tackle there.
And third down now, 40 seconds on the clock. And that's an awkward time where if you want to be real aggressive, you call a timeout. But I think you let up 14, you let the clock run.
You're taking this lead into half.
The Hornets will get the ball first.
If you're Cleveland, you've thrown 3 picks this half, you don't take the chance. Vinita gets ball first to start the half.
Shotgun snap, falling, gets back there, he tosses it up. Kewan Ramsey with the interception. And 6 seconds are on the clock. The Hornets are going to get a snap. I mean, I say you line up and you hand the ball off and see what happens.
I agree. 4 picks in the half by the Vinita DBs.
Another interception by Vinita.
That was Kewan Ramsey making the play, and the Tiger QB he's just thrown the ball up a few times, and it's cost him.
If it's not there, you throw it away in that situation. I just would have taken the knee.
So we'll see. If the Hornets can't score on this first play, it probably won't cost them anything. But I tell you what, I hand the ball off and just see. We've already had 2 breakaway touchdowns. It's 14-0. 5 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter. Hornets take over.
We don't have a lead blocker, so I think
We're going to pass. We're looking at a hook and lateral maybe. Out of bounds.
He was out of bounds. They called that a pick. Okay.
Out of bounds. And
that's going to end the half.
Allen broke it up. Good job by Zayden. And he's had a rough – he's going to shake it off here. He's had a rough quarter. He's the one that took the roughing the punter penalty. And
we might be leaving Zayden here.
Leave no man behind. Coach A got the memo, thankfully, because it was behind the play. And Zayden broke up the potential interception. And it looks like he got a little shook up here. So we hope for the best for that. All right, well, it's halftime, folks. Score. Your Vinita Hornets 14, Cleveland Tigers 0. And Troyer, what's the odds that the Tiger coaching staff makes a call to LeBron and see if any of his kids have any eligibility?
I'd say the odds are pretty high. I have some fun facts about Cleveland if you're ready.
I was born ready.
So the city is named after Moses Cleveland, who was a surveyor from Connecticut who founded Cleveland in 1796.
So, well before Oklahoma statehood, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Cleveland. It was on the Arkansas River, as the announcer mentioned earlier, on the shores of the beautiful Arkansas River.
Cleveland is a city of first when it comes to electricity. Did you know that?
Well,
Thomas Edison, he wasn't born in Cleveland, but he was born in Milan, Ohio, less than 60 miles away. So they had the first electrified public square in 1879.
What? First electrified public square. You know, Vinita was the first town in Oklahoma with electricity, so I'm not sure where you're getting your facts.
So also, do you know Cleveland is home to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Pretty sure we passed that on the way up here.
Drew Carey used to tell me that all the time.
Lights will go out.
I guess,
hopefully we can get Cleveland to kick rocks and get out of here with the Hornet win.
To tell us the lights are fitting to go out. A rock show. This is Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Well, the Cleveland band is lit up like it's Halloween and they don't want to get hit crossing the street. So, should be good entertainment value here. How about that?
I'm pretty sure the 70 people on the home stands with the medium age of 65 is going to love this halftime show.
Well, Cleveland rocks. And shout out to band kids everywhere. They put a ton of effort into these shows. And I'm sure we've got a football player that's marching. We've got a cheerleader, 2 cheerleaders that are marching.
I see some plastic rings on some of these costumes. You see that? Plastic rings?
Yes.
It looks like a sea turtle in the ocean.
I'm going to go out on the limb and say there's no sea turtles being mimicked in this particular show, although I haven't seen it yet.
Well, you know, those commercials where it shows, cut up your plastic rings off your soda. That's what it looks like.
Well, folks, I am on pins and needles to find out what's about to happen here. So now, the stadium lights here are not the newfangled stadium lights that the Hornets have now. And so I wonder how long it's going to take them to warm back up after they shut these things down.
It's going to take a little bit. It's going to take a little bit. And I don't know if you're afraid of the dark. I think they call that arachnophobia, being afraid of the dark. But
there we go. Lights are out. The fans in attendance squeal in delight.
It sounded like fear to me.
They squealed either way.
The concession stand's probably losing a fortune off this.
Yeah, they're making it back in energy savings.
Their 2024 production, 3 Little Words.
3 Little Words is what this halftime show is called.
Oh,
Halftime score, Vinita 14, Cleveland 0.
Drum majors, is your band ready?
Cleveland band has turned off the lights. Their band director must have a lot of pull to get this.
Chris, is this what the 70s felt like?
I refuse to answer that. Vinita High School class of 2001. You can do the math.
You know, I was watching a movie trailer yesterday, and it's one of those classics, you know, like a going back in time to film, like experience your parents' high school type movies, like 17 going on 30 or whatever, that Matthew Perry movie, right? And guess what the year was that they went back to in time? This is Netflix. It's a Netflix movie.
I don't even want to
2003. Are you telling me we live in a day and age in this world where 2003 is now considered the time that people go back to?
Wild. All right, folks, I'm going to turn the mic around and let the Cleveland band take it away. Enjoy.
This is very relaxing. It's kind of like that ASMR stuff. Now let's see how long it takes for these lights to come back on.
Well, I hope they don't just stab our eyeballs out with blinding light.
You know what's going to happen. I'm adjusted to the darkness at this point.
Well, great job by the Cleveland band. It reminded me of that mushroom forest in the movie Avatar.
It reminded me of mushrooms, all right.
Did you catch what the three little words were?
I'm going to be honest, I did not. Did you?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Oh, good.
I was hoping you could help me out there.
I'll ask my sources in the Cleveland band.
If you'll
later.
note, we'll pan over to the concession stand. I heard once upon a time they actually kept the James Younger gang prisoner there in the concession stand. Actually, that's why they installed those iron bars. They had to have a place to hold them for the night.
Or that's where the orphanage where the Blue Brothers are at.
Something like that. So it is good. Cleveland has played on Wisconsin, so they hadn't scored any touchdowns.
Which I'm glad they got a big cannon and it's loud.
Yeah. There was pyrotechnics before the game started as the Tigers took the field.
About took out 3 girls in the spirit line.
So they still haven't. Is that a threat of a hint of a light now?
Yeah, they're starting to power back on.
Oh, my goodness.
And, guys, since it's halftime, I do have to mention, guys, it is early voting in Oklahoma. You have until tomorrow at 2:30 to vote. So vote. It's your civic duty. It's a good thing to do. You know what they say? Vote early, vote often.
I'm pretty sure that's what they say for the All-Star game. I don't think they keep the same slogan for president.
I think our elections should really be decided like, how American Idol used to be when you could text like 20 times a day to the phone number. As long as you kept on spending money, it was okay. That's how elections should be.
It will take a while for the lights to come back on. I'm telling you, their band director has some pull around here.
He's got a lot of sway. We got one light up, one light bulb up.
There is an eerie shadow on the 50-yard line. Anyway, it's just wild that with this setup, they were able to talk him into just shutting off the lights for the halftime shows.
I would not have okayed this production. I'm going to be honest with you.
On the plus side, at Memorial Stadium, I think you can get away with it now. Have you seen how long the new lights take to power up? I haven't because they've just been on.
They're immediate. We had to turn them off during the Locust junior high game last week.
Well, this takes me back to the days of opening the basketball gym up with the old school lights at the middle school gym there at Vinita. And I would walk in and pitch black and turn the lights on, and then, it would take 10 minutes for them to warm up. It's eerie. It is like we've been transported to the magical forest that they took us to. So,
That's what was going on?
so it was 3 little words. I don't know what they were, though. I don't know what the 3 little words were. We'll have to ask someone. There's 5 seconds left in halftime. We're going to go ahead and just kick off in the dark. Well, we'd have to have a football team to kick off, and we don't have a football team, so... now the Tigers are emerging from the halftime locker room.
And so are the Hornets.
So they went into halftime. It was 2024. They came out. It was 1924. We're playing baseball in old Fenway Park or something. The light situation.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and they would rub dirt on the ball so you couldn't see the curveball in the dark, the semi-dark. The Hornets take the field, subdued entrance to the field. The Hornets know they got business, and they also know they hadn't played that great. 2 big runs that took to the house, one by Stevens, one by Bennett. And that is our halftime score. Hornets 14, Tigers 0. And the Tigers had to kick the ball off. We haven't seen them kick off yet. So
Are they going to shoot that cannon off?
surely not. I got to think the cannon would be reserved for, well, actually, from here it looks like they have 3 cannons. Hornet faithful. The Hornets, a good crowd made the trip all the way to Cleveland.
We might have more away fans than home fans. It's close.
Maybe it was the lure of a Buc-ee's on the way. This quick stop at the Gateway Arch. They made a little mini vacation of it.
They traveled many hours to get here. And last minute flights too must have been a pain.
Well, you can't keep the Hornet faithful from following their kids and grandkids, and the playoffs are still very much on the line for the Hornets. So just a quick reset of that situation. So last week there were 4 teams tied for that 4th spot. It was Inola, Cleveland, Vinita, and Jay. And Vinita Inola down to the wire, a 28-25 Hornet win. So the Hornets advanced in our little 4-team mini playoff here, a round robin, I suppose. The Jay Bulldogs took down Cleveland last week, so they, along with the Hornets, moved into a new 2-way tie for 4th. So the Hornets had to take care of business tonight, and so far they are 14-0. The Bulldogs have to take care of business tonight, and we'll check that score, and we'll bring that to you. We'll see how the Jay Inola game is going. If the Hornets and the Bulldogs win, then next Thursday night, the Hornets will travel to Jay America, a much more reasonable commute than Cleveland. And we'll have the playoffs on the line.
We're in the first half that Jay Inola game. Inola's up by a touchdown.
Wow.
22-16.
22-16.
That was 32 minutes ago, so it's probably different now.
Well, we'll possibly keep you abreast of that score. No promises. So that is interesting. Now, Jay would still have, depending on how badly they get beat, I guess.
It would be nice if we kind of get obviously we need a win, but a pretty big point spread victory. If we can make this like a 35-0, 42-7 type final, if we can make that out of this, that would be nice.
So an Inola win would bring the 3-way tie into the realm of possibility. Going into tonight, the Hornets were behind on that district point tiebreaker of the Jay Bulldogs. So we will need the Bulldogs to get beat by a good margin, and then we'd have to keep it real close next week. But it would bring another possibility of playoffs into play besides an outright Hornet win. Obviously, you win and you're in, and that's what the Hornets are planning on doing. Now, the reward for making the playoffs is a trip to go play the University of Lincoln Christian. So,
Well, there is a way we might not play Lincoln Christian if we get like some bigger point spreads here these last 2 weeks. That's what I was told anyway.
well, all that is yet to be determined. First, we have to finish this game, and it is still a ball game. It's 14-0. Now, it was 0-0 over halfway through the second quarter. So, he's going to call offsides again, and that's the same call. By the way, the Tigers did onside kick that. So, they showed the onside kick, and they got called for an offsides. They're going to move it back. This near side sideline judge really likes to watch kickoffs. And
Kickoffs have been an adventure both sides today.
I honestly think he called offsides on the kicker. And I actually think he called the offsides on the kicker on Zayden also. I don't even know if that's possible. Surely you can't be offsides with your plant foot, can you? Here's a kick. They're going to squib it. Go field it. Good play by number 10.
James Stonebarger, I think.
That's a Hornet pup, James Stonebarger, who is in the Neil Maxey ICAP. So, atta kid, Stoney. Proud of you, buddy. Shout out to all the members of the Neil Maxey ICAP. So good play by Stoney. That was a big recovery. He had to have some guts there to go get that. All right, shotgun snap, hand off to Stevens. He's got the corner, and there he goes. They throw a flag for holding. Gosh. So now technically the Hornet Band is going to be correct because it is a first down. Unfortunately for us, it's going to be first and it's going to be a spot foul. I'm going to say it's going to be first and 13.
The holding on Vinita.
So
Spot foul.
it was a really good block until it became an illegal block. You just got to let go.
First and 14. So it looks like first and 14.
I'm going to say 13 because that's what I called ahead of time.
Okay. We'll go with your math.
All right.
Is that Common Core math?
First and 13. Social Studies Department math. Shotgun formation. Bennett in the backfield with him. It's a QB draw. He's going to pick up. He wanted to go up the middle. There was no hole there. He bounced it to the outside, and he's going to get 3 and make second and 9. So we'll give him 4. So good job by Trey Tanner to go hunting for a hole there.
Yeah, second nine's a lot better than second and 13.
Yeah. So the Hornets have the ball first. They have the lead, 14-0. The third quarter just underway. Looks like 2 running backs, and it's a handoff with Stevens as the lead blocker. Stevens gets a little bump. Good block by Zayden Allen on the outside, and he does not get called for the hold.
Looks like a first down.
There's a flag.
There's a flag on the play.
I'm not sure who threw the flag, but it's a hold. That penalty came from the other side of the field, so I'm not sure. I guess it could have been a lineman.
This is getting a little ridiculous at this point.
Well, the Hornets have got to clean it up. So, part part of the reason why the game was 0-0 so long is that the Hornets shot themselves in the foot with penalties.
So we got a timeout on the field taken by the Hornets.
So they've marked off a 9-yard penalty on the Hornets, which I wasn't familiar with that. That's got to be on a lineman, 1 yard down the field. All right, here comes the Hornet band, the drum line, bringing the Hornet crowd back to life.
I'm just
any momentum the Hornets may have had has been sucked out of the stadium.
After the game, let me tell you, because he's a star. Because this game's been all about him.
Well, the Hornets just got to keep it clean. 3 receivers left, 1 right. It's a wide receiver screen to Stevens. Let's see what kind of blocking they get on the edge. Stevens drags a guy all the way to the 49-yard line.
It was third and 15.
So I don't mind a receiver screen there, but you know what I'd really like to see is a running back screen. Try to lure on 3rd and 15, try to lure the rush upfield and dump it over the head and get the lineman out in front.
Yeah, I'd send either like Ethan or Bo in motion and just try to get him on like a little wheel route.
So Carter and Nowlin wide left. Tanner does look for the QB. Okay, Coach. Coach is listening to our broadcast. Bo Bennett converts the first down on a little screen pass to the Hornet running back. Great job by Dawson Henderson. And let's see, Trey Philippi out blocking in front. I saw Victor Gomez down the field.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 19.
All right. Well, I will be auditioning for Little League offensive coordinator positions this fall. Next fall, I suppose. Little League season's over, but all right, so we got
fullback, split back set.
That's exactly right. And the handoff goes to Nallum with Bennett out in front. And Ethan finds the right hole. Good job blocking on the edge by Zayden. Good lead block. Good job by the O-line. The big fellas are starting to get a little bit of push here. The Hornet running game coming to life. 2nd and 5, 9:55 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Tigers 0, Hornets 14 and driving. Opening possession of the 2nd half. All right, let's see what we got here. Looks like a pistol formation, twin receivers each side. Handoff to Bennett up the middle. Great push by the Hornet line. He breaks through, breaks a tackle, and Bennett takes it to the house. I don't see any flags. That's a touchdown.
15-yard run, and what do you think, 4 or 5 broken tackles on that play?
I mean, great individual effort, but also really, really good blocking by the Hornet O-line. And the cheerleaders throwing footballs into the stands. And
throw me the ball.
Troyer's pleas, his pleas for a football have gone unanswered. And I see a few kids that are going to get a talking to in class on Monday. 8 seconds on the play clock.
Allen's back out there. Oh, he caught that. Was he in?
Is it good? It's good. A 2-point conversion.
That was definitely not a called 2-point conversion.
No, it was snap. Jay Banner takes off, ends the play. Zayden Allen goes out into a pass route and makes the catch. So it ended up holder to kicker for 2. And the Hornets take a 22-0 lead here in Cleveland, America.
9:29 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
And the Hornet faithful back on their feet. The leg
Just
stretch
how you draw it up.
Appreciated.
Just how you draw it up.
So let's go back to that run by Bo Bennett. That's going to be on a highlight film.
Amazing play. That's the thing. That's the stuff you clip on your huddle right there.
That's right. That was a really, really nice run. And really great effort by the Hornets all around. It was good blocking, everything they drew up, and then Bennett made sure that instead of an 8-yard gain, it was to the house. So the score is Vinita 22, Cleveland America 0. The Hornets with the deep onside kick. It's the third quarter, fielded by number 2. He is looking for a hole and didn't find it. Philippi in on that tackle. Number 3.
Are they going to get at the 42? Looks like Blake Hayes.
That's
is
Blake
3.
Hayes in on the tackle. So the Tigers are going to take over at the 42-yard line, and the Hornets are just about to take a stranglehold on this game. So here we go. The ball on the 42-yard line. Cleveland back in that bunch formation. They got one receiver right, one left. Snap to number 19. So they switch QBs. And that was a long throw. And I'm telling you, if that was any better of a pass,
The
Stevens
Cleveland
might have
faithful
scored.
is very upset. Cleveland faithful is very upset over there. But that's not that Ohio hospitality that we came to expect from these people.
That is very Skibbity, Ohio of them.
Riz. I think 3 people left as soon as you said Skibbity.
The Hornet band letting them have it. Go Big Blue. There is a quick out pattern to 6. He breaks a tackle. He's not going to get away from the second guy. Looks like Trey Tanner cleaned him up.
Looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 9.
So we've got number 19, Josh Steen, in as quarterback now. That's not correct. Number 19, Chandler Williams, in as quarterback now. It would be nice if Cleveland would let us put Josh in at QB. Got to make sure we check the right roster here. All right, so it's that bunch formation. Got good pressure. Nice catch by number 2. And Vansel lit him
that
up.
Ball came out. That ball came out.
The ball came loose.
No call yet.
And it's 4th down, but boy. All right, back up. The Hornets are fired up, but the guy is down. So the Hornet coaching staff is settle down. Hey, that's a great play. You love it. Real big hit by the Hornets. But the Tigers do have a player down, so we're going to hope he's okay. That was a big 3rd down stop for the Hornets.
Speaking of Tigers, have you seen OSU alternates for this weekend?
You know, I've heard legend of them, but I haven't
terrible.
seen
They're absolutely terrible. They have tiger stripes going down the arms and the legs.
And they're gonna ask for some medical assistance here, folks. So we really are hoping this young man is okay here. So the Hornets are gonna scooch back. The Hornet coaches are doing a good job getting the Hornets rounded up and making sure medical personnel can do a good job. So let's see. We got a score of 22-0. We got a little bit of timeout on the field here while the medical personnel attend to a player from Cleveland. And
We got a stretcher.
Get that number for you in a minute. The Hornet coaches were the first on the scene there, and we're making sure this kid was taken care of, so we appreciate that. Good.
It was a kid that caught the ball. See number 2, number 3 around there?
It was a crunching tackle, no doubt about it. It was a clean hit, but, it's a violent game sometimes. And so
And we're thinking the stretcher's probably more of a precaution move than anything, hopefully. The only thing we can see from the players is feet. Yeah, it honestly does kind of look like that he might be out cold.
so we'll just bear with us here while this young man gets and he needs. The Cleveland team huddled in prayer, and we'll join them in that and saying a prayer here for this young man. So
Say everyone did a really good job getting everybody out of the way. This goes without saying, this is just a sight you absolutely hate seeing in this game.
So if you're just joining, Cleveland has a player down, and he's getting medical attention. So if you'll bear with us while this young man gets the attention he needs. And they're helping him onto a stretcher board right now to keep him immobilized. So if you're this young man has a full recovery. They're helping him onto the rolling stretcher now. They have his neck immobilized, so they are definitely concerned. Some sort of a nervous system, spinal injury of some sort eventually here for this kid. Lord be with him. I don't think we're going to catch a number here for Cleveland, so. He's got his arms crossed over his chest. The Hornets, it's right here on the Hornets sideline, so the Hornet crowd giving him a good ovation. And he's going to go to the nearest medical facility to get the care he needs. And it was Vansel with the big hit, and he went to go check on him as he went by. You like to see that sportsmanship right there. Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt. Oh, I see arm movement. Did you see that arm movement? I saw it. He did.
I couldn't tell.
He raised his arm and made a motion, which is good because I hadn't seen any movement.
His fingers are moving.
Yeah, there he goes. Yep, he's making some motions. So that's good to see. A little bit of arm movement from the young man. And we're going to resume a football game.
It's going to be 4th and 6.
All right, so we had
Cleveland's going to be punting it away.
Well, maybe a 10-minute medical delay right there for...
Close to it. I could not find an update for the J.I. Nola game, by the way.
So the Tigers are going to punt. 4th down on their 45-yard line. Snap back. And we still got a football game to play. Get away from it. Stevens fields it, and he is electric. He steps out. I tell you what, he's been making that play all year, and he's been making it count for the Hornets. And he did again. You like to see the confidence.
More nervous each time.
I know, but you do like to see the kid with confidence. And he's saving the Hornets big yardage when he fields those punts. The Hornets are going to have to try to set their emotions aside and play a football game here, which it's going to be difficult for the Tigers as well. They just had one of their buddies with a potentially serious injury. So definitely puts the football game back into perspective, doesn't it? So swing pass to Bo Bennett. Good blocking out front. And Bo's got the corner. And I'm telling you, the Hornets have big play potential every time Bennett or Stevens touches the ball. And it's a first down for the Hornets.
So you what? 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the score is Vinita 22, Cleveland 0, 7:46 left in the third quarter.
So they went with split back there. They had Ethan out there as a lead blocker. He had the momentum. Got him out in the swing to Bennett. Bennett had just perfect blocking going up there.
You like the play design from the Hornet coaching staff. There's a slant to Bodie Carter. He makes a miss and takes it to the house. So play action pass. Bodie Carter with the stiff arm and right into the end zone. And the Hornets are up 28-0 with 7:40 left in the third quarter.
They stuck them straight into that play call. That was a great series of calls by Coach Mitchell.
And how about Trey Tanner, the Hornet QB, put that one right on the money.
It's been our best play. That's been our best passing play all year. Little play action out the split back. Hit the slant to Bodie Carter in the middle of the field. It's been our most consistent, big, explosive passing play.
Nowlin with the extra point, and it's good. Kicked it right over the field house. Now, we needed that kick in the first half on that field goal. Nowlin hit that one good.
It's going to make it 29-0 Hornets with 7:40 left to go in the third.
Well, the Hornets are well on their way to making next week's clash with the Jay Bulldogs one with playoff implications.
Still no more update on Squirrel for J.I. Nola.
So here's a kick from Nowlin. It's a short onside out of bounds at the 32-yard line. And let's see what they do. Earlier, Cleveland and the referees made us re-kick this one. And they're going to make us kick it again. I mean, they've already established that that is acceptable to take a 5-yard penalty and make us re-kick. I'm going to assume that that might be a rule in high school.
Just take the field.
I've never heard of it. But I will also admit that I've never read the high school playbook or the referee handbook.
I could have swore it's a spot foul.
All right, so here we go. We're going to re-kick it from the 35. Is that not where we kicked to start with?
No, we kicked from the 40.
From the 40? There we go. Backed us up. All right, so here we go. 29-0 Hornets. Nowlin is going to kick it deep down the middle, not going to play around. We're going to kick it to number 1. And it gets past the first defender, and he's still moving. Number 1's definitely their best player. He got loose,
late
and
hit.
we got a late
hit.
hit.
15.
Boy, he tried not to hit him, though. You know, he was running him out of bounds. He pulled off. That is a tough call. You know, everybody's going that direction. It's not like he leaned into him. You know, you could see him pull off from over here.
Flag takes the ball up. Across the 50-yard line, there is a flag on the play.
It is a personal foul, late hit on the Hornets. And so that's going to give the Tigers a really good field position, and it'll definitely test the Hornet defense here. So the Hornets have come out like gangbusters here in the second half, and they have stretched a 14-0 lead into a 29-0 lead, and really taken a strong hold on this game. Of course, you don't want to give up a big kickoff return and a penalty.
It's going to be 1st and 10 Cleveland at Vinita's 30 starting this drive, which I think's the furthest down that they've made it to the field all day.
So here we go. Let's see what happens. They're going back with number 19 at QB. It is a QB draw, and
Bo Bennett once again.
Bo Bennett and Carter Falling met at the QB, and the QB did not enjoy that. QB did not enjoy that at all. And no gain.
He's been taking a lot of abuse today.
That was all pain and no gain.
Yeah, he's been taking a lot of abuse today.
So Cleveland just a little short on playmakers. Definitely number 1 and also number 6, DeMarcus Coleman, looking like they're 2. Number 1 is Javen Lindsay. Pass out to Lindsay. And that was
a hold.
That was holding, which they did not call. And you feel like the referee's got a little bit of sympathy, keep the flags in the pockets here going on, because
I wish that sympathy was going on in the first half.
That call has been made on the Hornets all day long on that exact hold. So doesn't get called. They do only pick up a yard. So the Hornets went ahead and stopped the play anyway. And so here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 9, and you definitely think 4-down territory. They're down four touchdowns.
Yeah, there's no way a punt's happening on this drive at all.
Yeah, they're going to go and go for it. We got that rollout, and that's going to be intercepted. Stevens makes the play, and the Cleveland receiver, that was Coleman, ended up being DB on that play and knocking it out of Stevens.
Stevens a little shaken up on the play.
Stevens' eyes were as big as a daylight donut on that play. And Stevens makes the long run across. The referees do give him a chance to get off the field.
If you're Ethan, you just made that very long run. Not feeling the greatest. You're in pain, and then they just blow it dead right before you get to the sideline.
You hustle all the way across, and then they decide they're going to help you out. Yeah. All right, so it's 4th and 9, and the Hornets got to have one more stop here. They sucked him up for the screen, and it's we got a
late hit on the QB.
Roughing the passer. And that was 4th down, and they got a player down.
It's the quarterback.
So they lured us in, and we took the shot, and it's going to give them a first down. So the hit feels good, but the Hornet coaching staff's going to have a lot to say in the film session, and that'll be a lesson learned for the Hornets. You know, you just you hold back at the last second there, and the Hornets have the ball, but instead it's going to be half the distance to the goal, and it's going to be a Cleveland first down.
Roughing the passer.
I don't think they do half the. I don't think it's gonna be half the distance here. I think it's gonna be full 15.
All right, so Cleveland is going to have a first down at the 14-yard line.
Just inside the 15-yard line for Tiger. First down.
And Cleveland's back in business thanks to the Hornet roughing the passer. Okay, so here we go. Let's see it. The Hornet defense has been up to the task all night long. 0 on the scoreboard for Cleveland. Now they're down on the 14-yard line. Let's see what happens. Hornet pass rush. They went for the, they have really tried to set up the screen, but they just haven't been able to complete it.
Well, at some point, if you know you're not going to get beat deep, the screen's really not going to beat you that much either.
Second down.
They've been going that well too many times. They know it's coming. I mean, if I'm Cleveland, I try maybe get a sweep going on here, halfback sweep, maybe a jet sweep.
The screen pass definitely more effective when it catches you off guard. And you're right. The Hornet defense is going to have to be looking for that. There's a pass out in the flat. 14 tries to get away from Bennett and does. The rest of the Hornets show up.
Pretty good play there by 14.
So that's a 14 Dawson Kelsey for the Tigers on the reception and a 5-yard pickup. And it's going to be 3rd and 4, maybe 3rd and 5.
Looks 3rd and 4 to me. Is that the 9? 8? It's tough to tell from this angle.
5:02 in the third quarter. Vinita 29, Cleveland 0. Cleveland with the ball on the Hornet 9-yard line, 3rd and 5. Man in motion. Shotgun snap. He's going to roll left and throw it out in the flat. That's pass interference.
That's 14 again.
That's offensive pass interference. They didn't call it, but they were blocking way before that pass came out to the Cleveland receiver. And Cleveland's going to convert a first down on that play, but
so he's first and goal at the
First down.
at the 1.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say when we watch that one later, the Hornet coaching staff will agree with me. That was offensive PI.
This isn't the best for the point spread differential for a potential tiebreaker. We definitely want to hold him here.
And it is up the middle. He's being pushed back.
Nope.
Tested the middle of the Hornet line and did not find any weakness there.
Looks like
55 Peyton Ayers at the bottom of the pile.
slow getting up there, but looks fine.
Great job by Ayers, Dawson Henderson, Landon Wooten, Dawson Vansel. Middle of the Hornet defense was strong there.
It's going to be 2nd to go from the 1.
I mean, might as well shoot a gap and see what happens,
QB
right?
Power all the way.
They got
QB
the
power
QB all by himself, swings out for the pass, and Bo Bennett
That's
puts
huge
number
tackle
1
for
on
loss
his
there.
rear end. And that was a kind spot by the referees.
Oh, he just gave him a yard.
So it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 4.
It should be at the 6.
Well, either way, the Hornets with a big stop there, big tackle for loss, gives us a chance to keep the scoreboard clean here for the Hornets. The Tigers going to have 2 shots at it from the 4-yard line. So let's see what they come up with. They're going to have to call a better play than that one. So 19 once again by himself in the backfield. Now they've motioned. 30's with him. So it's going to be a fake. 19 up the middle. Great penetration by Wooten.
Nothing there. Landon Wooten with the tackle.
They're going to give him forward progress back to the 4 again.
That's probably accurate on that one. There's really...
And 2:36 to go here in the third quarter. The Hornets leading 29-0. It's 4th and goal from the 4. The Blue Pride letting them hear it. There's the snap. They're looking to pass. Got a man in the flat. And it's incomplete, and the Hornets hold.
Zayden Nolan with the coverage.
Nowlin with the big stop, and the Hornet defense strong again. And the Tigers are unable to find pay dirt here tonight. So the Hornets will have a chance to pad the offensive stats because they got a long ways to go. I see Logan Floyd checking in. So look for him. What number is that? I could just tell Logan is a good-looking freshman football player, and you could just, when he goes on the field, you say, that's Logan Floyd. There's a handoff to Bennett. Strong run. Good blocking. Physical. Strong run by the Hornets. Physical tackle by the Tigers.
There's a little bit of extracurricular activities in that little pile, but that's football.
McCorkindale with the tackle there for the Tigers.
Of the Cleveland Corkindales.
McCorkindales. The Cleveland McCorkindales.
I see some cars starting to leave the parking lot of, what are they, apartments over there?
All right, here we go. Handoff. Let's see. Was that Williams with the carry, maybe?
I couldn't tell. Look.
Oh, it's Stevens. Stevens with the carry.
Floyd with the lead
block over there. So he's getting his some paint on his helmet from the opposing team. Gotta love that. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1, and this is what the Hornets couldn't do in the first half: is a positive play on first down and 3rd and short.
Back to the power I.
Back in the power I, and it has been good. Oh, there's a fumble, and I think Cleveland may have come up with it.
It looks like it.
He just never had the handoff.
That's the danger of doing something newish, right? You don't typically go under center.
It looks like they're going to give us the ball. So they called him down, but that ball was he never had the handoff.
Okay, so it looks like 4th and 1. We're this
so
far
the Hornets
backed up,
are able to recover it, and the Hornets are going to go for it.
We're going for this. We might be trying to get them to jump.
That is, we do
in the quarter here.
We do have a play. 6 seconds. We're just gonna wait. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna let the clock expire.
That's gonna end the third quarter at the score. Your Vinita Hornets 29, the Cleveland Tigers 0.
All right, let's go to the Hornet band here at the quarter. Score 29-0. Hornets on top.
So we got 2 minutes left in the third quarter in that Jay Inola game. Jay is now up 24-22.
It's fitting the Hornet band went with Smash Mouth for their third quarter song because it has been Smash Mouth football for the Hornets today. And they lead 29-0 going into the fourth quarter. And the Hornets' success has been because of their physicality today. Don't you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. We've been by far the most athletic, physical football team today. It all started with a few minutes left to go in the second quarter.
It took a minute for us to get untracked here in Cleveland, America. When the Hornets did finally get the ball rolling, they were rocking and rolling, and it's 29-0 here.
We're still going for it.
The I formation, and actually the I formation, there's a QB sneak, and I liked it.
This all depends on the spot. I think he got it.
He needed a whole yard. It was a bit of a big ask. It's a good spot.
We might get a measurement here.
The referees gave us a good spot.
First down.
It's a first down.
That was gutsy. The QB sneak hole, that was gutsy.
It worked. He had a little push from his friends, but get by with a little help from my friends. And Jamison Williams with a little bit of a tush push. And I don't know what there is to talk about. The Tiger coaching staff isn't real pleased, but
we might be sending this to New York for review.
We got an unsportsmanlike coach. He's had a rough day. Things hadn't gone his way, and he had a little too much to say to the side judge.
There's an unsportsmanlike call. Shouldn't this be going up?
It feels like a 15-yarder.
We're just going to be taking our sweet time picking up this football and going 15.
The referees like to milk it.
I guess we're not.
It was a warning. Instead, they just called a warning. Sideline warning. So that doesn't move the football. All right, it's back in the I formation, though. And it's a pitch off the I formation. Stevens is looking for a hole, and he's picked up. Don't slam him down. Don't slam him down. Don't slam him down. They tried the Caleb Williams handoff to Dawson Vansel. I do remember that play.
I look like Kurt Angle out there about to suplex somebody.
To Cleveland's credit, they did not suplex him.
He did not. But man,
it took. I was a little concerned for Stevens' health actually right there, and so I'm proud of the Tigers for holding off on that. Making sure player safety still matters. All right, Hornets have 4 receivers right. Now a man in motion, and it's a pitch to him. To all the blocking, Philippi turns the corner. He's upended, but that's a first down. That's the first time we've seen that formation from the Hornets.
That's the first time we've seen that formation. That's the first time we've seen that play specifically to Philippi. I mean, we've seen it's a little pop pass, a little jet sweep pop pass right there. First time we've seen that play called to Philippi before. I like it. You know, athletic, big guy moving in space, it's always a good thing.
Well, and you like the Hornet receivers blocking on the edge as long as they can keep their discipline and not get called for grabbing jersey. And a great job
at the 30.
Great job blocking there. There's a keeper by Tanner, and he's got speed up the middle.
Keeper.
He's going. Six is chasing him down on the angle, and Trey Tanner is going to pick up about 40 yards. That was an excellent decision that time.
It's a great keep. That was a great keep.
And what allowed for that is we've just been having a steady dose of handoff, handoff, handoff. You got to show them that first, and then you can pull it as the QB and catch them off guard. And Trey Tanner's quick. He's got good speed and good athleticism from the quarterback position. So here we go. Shotgun formation, handoff to Bo Bennett. Great cut. Another cut. We got to hold. And all that effort's going to be for naught. Got a hold in the Hornet backfield here. 71 for the Tigers with good penetration. That's Jace Gill. The big fella threatened to break that up, and Hornet O-line got called for the hold. And that's going to bring Fulbright into the game. And the Hornet coaching staff wants to have a word with one of their big fellas to coach them up. And, we have to be ready for next week here. This is not a 1-week ordeal. This is a 3-week mini playoff, round-robin style. And the Hornets are 10 minutes from going 2-0 heading into a showdown with the Jay Bulldogs. And as we got the update at the quarter, Jay has taken the lead on Inola. So it's shaping up to be a head-to-head. Hornets, Bulldogs, winner take all. There's a pass to Philippi. Good, fired in there by Trey Tanner. Nice hands by Trey Philippi. The Trey-to-Trey connection, strong on that one. And it's going to be 2nd and 1.
It's the most confident I've seen Trey in the pocket, Tanner in the pocket all year. He was very confident there. Stepped into
up
very good.
and threw a laser. And Philippi with the good hands. 2nd and 1 now. Made up all that penalty right there and some. Philippi in motion. It's the same play, the pitch. Can he get the corner? I think they called a crackback block. And Philippi took it into the end zone for a touchdown, but I think they got him with the crackback.
Yeah, they got a block in the back there.
So the Hornets will coach that up. There's a lot of tough blocks on the edge. You got to be perfect out there on that play. And the officials didn't like the way the Hornets blocked it up. So that's the second hold or the equivalent on this set of downs. So they're going to mark it. It's going to be 2nd and 11 instead of 2nd and 1.
Chris, last week, there were 53 called penalties in the game.
Accepted or called?
Even.
Accepted or called? Wow, wild.
Last week. Pretty even on both teams, right? There's definitely been more penalties on Vinita in this game than there has been Cleveland.
There, he pulled it again. Trey hits the outside. He wants a block. And he didn't get the block he needed. He did make some yards out of that, and Bennett was not going anywhere. So once again, the right read by Trey Tanner to pull it and hit the outside. And the Hornets are going to face 3rd and 7 from the Cleveland 23-yard line. The Hornets are up 29-0, 8:42. Clock is stopped in the 4th quarter. So the Hornets really just trying to run this thing down. We need to win by 15 if district points are going to matter. If the Bulldogs, if Jay ends up winning tonight, district points won't matter. It'll be a head-to-head.
Jay's up 30-22 currently.
There's that slant again, Bodie Carter. And he bounces off a tackle. He's still up, and Bodie's going to make a 1st down. And you're right, Trey Tanner looks good tonight.
It's the most comfortable he's been in the pocket all year. And a lot of that is, it's a lot easier to play when you're up 29 today.
Well, and the Hornet line has kept him clean and given him time. It really, you got to have good O-line play if you're going to throw. And at times this year, the O-line hasn't been able to give the Hornet QB time. And he's, any quarterback gets a little bit of happy feet, and it's really hard to be accurate. And tonight, the O-line play has been excellent.
He hasn't had to move really at all. He's been able to step up in that pocket.
So a lot of credit to the big fellas tonight. We have a rogue football, a tiny football being thrown around here. And the Hornet students have made the trip all the way to Cleveland. And they're having a little fun.
So we 1st and 10. 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 6.
So the Hornets have a chance to punch it in and really end any threat of a Tiger comeback. And I think if we score here, I want to see the young guys in there. You'd like to see some JV kids getting some quality snaps. Make sure the Hornets stay healthy for the big showdown next week. We'll see if we can punch it in. Handoff goes up the middle.
Trey Philippi.
They're trying to get that touchdown for Philippi, and they did. And Hornets are up 5-0.
Most points scored this year.
You love that for Trey. He's a senior. He scored earlier. It got negated by a holding call. They put him in at running back, gave him the ball. The O-line opened up a huge hole, and Philippi powered in for the end zone, for the touchdown. Now with the extra point, pulled again. He's looking for Bodie Carter. He's looking for Bo Bennett.
Bo Bennett in the corner of the end zone. You know, don't think that's a called fake, but honestly, that snap.
That one looked more like a called. That looked more like a called fake. I'll be honest.
It did. The snap wasn't bad.
I'm thinking they're putting that one on film for Jay.
To make it 37-0 Hornets.
The Hornets want Jay to have as much as possible to prepare for on a short week. So I think that was just a little present for the Jay coaching staff, just to give them something else to think about. 37-0 Hornets. And the Hornet takeover of Cleveland, America.
We just had a member of the chain gang quit. Controversy.
Well, it looks like the down marker is the piece of the chain gang that it look. Let's see if we can get it.
It's a little sad looking. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's fielded by number 1, and remember, he is their best playmaker, and he looks good out there. He's run down by number 6, Keegan Johnston, runs him down.
One of the few things you want to look at and film and improve. Kickoff coverage could be a little better today. They've been getting some good returns.
Well, something for the Hornet coaching staff to look at on a big win. Big win for the Hornets tonight, 37-0 Hornets.
Most who scored this year, I think. I really think that. Definitely going to be the biggest point differential victory.
All right, we do got some young guys coming in. Long run for number 50. And if we're going to keep a 0 on the scoreboard, it's going to be up to the pups. So, all right, let's see who the Hornets have rolled out here. We've got at cornerback number 10, Stoneberger. On the D-line,
Johnston in there.
Let's see, 23.
DJ Smith at corner.
23 is Braden Rogers getting some playing time. 24, Logan Floyd. 50, that was Trenton Bible. Trenton Bible in the game. Let's see. We'll give you some more names as we go here.
DJ Smith's the safety back there. Number 1.
Number 1, DJ Smith. He's been returning kickoffs this year for the Hornets. There's a snap. It's a handoff up the middle. Number 59 in on the tackle for the Hornets. That's Trapper Christie. Will Fulbright's out there, big 75. Looks like 62 for the Hornets is Hunter Blay. So a lot of freshmen on the field getting some playing time.
Coming out, number 11, is that?
That's Aaron Crook.
Aaron Crook,
sophomore. 19, Jaden Allen coming out. So Allen had been in, getting some playing time. All right, here we go. 3rd down. He's looking at the pitch, fakes it, and he's going to be loose. He's loose. The Tiger QB, a touchdown-saving tackle by DJ Smith. The Hornets put back in the game. Logan Floyd,
Victor Gomez came back in.
Keegan Johnston in at safety with DJ Smith. A couple of a little more experienced players back there. Jamison Williams in at linebacker.
Well, I think first I want to keep the shutout. I think they realize, point differential could mean something too.
There's a direct snap. 19 around the edge. 59 Christie in on another tackle. So Trapper is getting his name called. 6-13 and counting for the Hornet victory here. 37-0 Hornets. The Hornet band isn't taking any snaps off. So the Hornets want to preserve the shutout, but it's worth the experience for these young pups in a road game against varsity players, regardless of the outcome here. With the outcome is not in doubt; it's only the final score. 19 up the middle. Jamison Williams puts him down. Logan Floyd in on the tackle, and they stopped him short of the first down. Great job there.
It's going to be 3rd and 1. Got 5:15 left and count.
Stand up. All right, here we go. All right, there's a snap. He's looking to pass. It might be intercepted.
That's picked. Who was that? Number 19, number 16?
I think
number
16, Caden Robinson with the interception, and the Hornet defense has preserved the shutout, and it was just an underthrown ball there, and Robinson was in the right place, found the football, made the play.
That's 5 picks on the day for the Vinita DBs. That's 37-0. We got 4:54 left to go in the game.
That's a recipe for a Hornet victory. 5 interceptions. You're not going to lose very many football games with 5 picks. Let's see if the young offense is as successful as the young defense. They are backed up. They're going to take over at the 5-yard line. And look for Keegan Johnson to hand the ball to Jamison Williams. And hopefully the young Hornet O-line. Hey, you don't need to hurry. There's still 8 seconds on the play clock.
There's been 8 seconds on the play clock all day. Keegan
Johnson keeps it. He's got a guy to beat, and he does. Make the move.
Made a guy miss.
He's slung down at the 15-yard line. Run, clock, run. Okay, here we go, folks. That's a first down by Johnston. Nice play there. And a clock runs, 4:19 on the clock. Shout out to the Hornet cheerleaders.
It's gonna be 1st and 10. Was it the 14?
Oh, there's a
snap.
misstep. What do you do? Get on it. Oh, boy. And that's why you fall on it. And the Tigers recover. And that'll be a learning play there for the Hornets. Snap just got through his hands. He tried to pick it up and make a play.
Well, that's, I think, in this game between both teams, that is the 6th fumbled snap of the game.
So if the Hornets are going to keep this shutout alive, they really got work to do now. They got bailed out by a turnover. Well, bailed out. I mean, they made a play. So the Hornets are going to have to make another play. Either way, great night to be a Hornet. And it's a lot better to drive back from Cleveland as winners than losers. No doubt about it.
I'm not looking forward to that, 18-hour drive?
Well, just take a little nap. Treat will get you home. It worked on the way here. All right, here we go. It's a direct snap to 19 up the middle. 78, Victor Gomez with the suplex at the 1-yard line. And Gomez does not want to give up the shutout. He's going to like that one on film.
That's another huddle clip right there. You might put down the WWE NIL account there.
Can we scan the helmet sticker? All right, here we go. It's at the 1-yard line. Look for another QB keeper up the middle.
They're definitely going to go back to
and it's close. It is a touchdown, but not by much. The Hornet defense, strong. The young pups made him work for it, but the Tigers get on the scoreboard. And, yes, they did detonate the cannon. And
I was really hoping we didn't have to hear that all day.
Taylor, it looked like you had a small stroke or a heart attack or something.
It's going to take me a second to get back from that.
All right. Well, I'm proud to say we only had to listen to On Wisconsin twice tonight. Once at halftime. It's a fumble. He picks it up, and he's tackled.
That Keegan Johnston got
number
him.
6, Keegan Johnston. 37, Tigers 6.
Got 3:25 left to go in the ball game.
And the Hornets will. So last time the Tigers showed an onside kick, the Hornet deep men haven't had a chance to return a kick all night. All right, so here we go. Outcome still not in doubt. The Hornets have this one locked up. Hornets are getting some young kids some playing time, and I love to see that. 37-6 Hornets. The Tigers do score on senior night, so good for those kids. I'm just glad they couldn't get a W at the expense of the Hornets.
I don't expect to see another onside kick here. I'd be a little surprised.
Well, I mean, they didn't kick the extra point. They may not really have much of a, so maybe that's just what they do.
Could be.
Because they went for 2 there. I guess they were trying to make it a 4-score game here by going, he went ahead and kicked it deep. Can we get a delay of game or something? Nice catch by...
We were late subbing there.
By Blake Hayes. Oh, did we call a timeout to get enough players on the field? So the Hornets do get all their players on the field now. Timeout for substitution. And
that's one of those games over. We'll let you we'll have it.
All right.
Let you have that.
So Blake Hayes and DJ Smith back deep for the Hornets. And it looks like they're going to kick it deep, so maybe the young kids will have a chance at it. They did kick it deep. This time it went to Smith. Smith is going to return it. He's looking for a block. He finds a block. He's got a guy to miss.
Go, DJ. Go, DJ.
DJ Smith all the way down to the Cleveland 46-yard line, and they would have been better off onside kicking it. What a return for the Hornets. And so now the Hornet Pups, last time they had a fumbled snap turnover. Let's see if they can get something positive here.
Across the district scores, Cassia Hall beat Verdigris 49-6. Berry Hill's up 28-21 over Sequoia with a minute left in the game.
So Cassia Hall beat Sequoia last week, so that would set up a Berry Hill Cassia Hall showdown next week for the district title. Handoff to Jamison Williams. He gets pulled down for a 2-yard loss. The guy running the down stick didn't move a muscle. He is officially mailing this in for the rest of the game. There he goes.
So, background information about me. I used to run chains at Shoto High School football games for like 6 years.
Well,
all the refs hated me.
You ever get to a point in the game where F was a little hard to come by?
No, because it's always so much fun.
Here we go. There's a broken tackle in the backfield. Williams running hard, but we
got
Hornet
number 22, Chris Pesich is into the game. Haven't seen him yet today. Is that 14, Caden Smiley's in the game? Haven't seen him yet today either.
I did ask Chris how to pronounce his last name in the hallway today, so maybe that was a bit of a good omen to get the Hornet youngsters in the game. We got number 14 in the game for the Hornets. That's Caden Smiley. He's another Neil Maxey ICAP kid. Shout out to Smiley. All right, 1:37 and counting. Still 8 seconds on the play clock. And it's Johnston with a QB power. And he goes down inbounds.
Slides very smart, sliding inbounds. Keep that clock running.
Johnston showing off his baseball skills.
And also, Chris, I just found this out. Some brand new information, breaking news. There is a Cleveland, Oklahoma.
I'm so proud of you.
I thought we'd been in Ohio all day.
Well, Cleveland, America, either way. Cleveland, America, either way. And the Hornets
Who
do
knew?
punt.
Not me.
Well, that's what you get for taking a nap on the way to the ball game.
Fourth down. So
The
looks
Hornets,
like we're punting this away.
the Hornets did send Nowlin back to punt, so it's a dribbled snap. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna go ahead
There's
and
a
punt
flag
it?
on the field.
He does punt it. Let's see. Hey, that's it. The referees weren't even watching.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy had to see it. Oh, he threw a penalty on us and them. Okay, no, okay. So all the officials stopped watching Zayden, and Zayden took a hit on that. So unfortunately for Nowlin, that means these penalties are going to offset, and he's going to have to do it again.
Let us go home. Honestly, That's what I'm
24
saying,
seconds left, folks, and I think Nowlin would rather just let the play stand.
That was a very dirty play, honestly.
They did need to call it.
Extremely
There was
dirty
a
play.
penalty on the Hornets as well. I assume that's going to be a hold of some sort. So I really think this is going to offset.
It might be a sideline deal too.
Yeah, I do think the Hornet coaching staff was adamant that the sideline official throw that penalty because the other guys didn't see it.
I don't know. The way they're putting this ball, it looks like this was
We're going to have to do it again. That's why I said it's going to offset, and he's going to have to do it again.
There was not even a signal to the crowd what this call was. by the way.
Now, the ball can't be put there if it's offsetting. Stevens picks the ball up. Hey, if you're going to do that, Stevens, at least try to get us a yard or two. Oh, there's two footballs. That's what we got going here.
Well, okay, so
I like it. The whole hidden ball trick.
Cleveland brought a ball out there for their offense, right?
Right.
We had our kicking ball out there for Zayden.
Right.
So that's what that is.
Hey, you got to have a little fun here at the end. And, yeah, it's a lot of discussion, but this seems obvious. It's offsetting penalties, re-kick.
They never made a signal into anyone.
The Blue Pride band trolling the officials.
We might see that flag on the band here pretty soon.
I like it. You know, you got to have a good time out here on Friday Night Lights. It's a beautiful night. There's hardly a breeze, so it's chilly, but it's not cold. All the fans.
Skyline chili.
Wrong city again. Still not Cleveland. Cincinnati, baby. Gotta have that spaghetti red, right?
I'm in team let us go home at this point.
You know, either way, yes, make a decision and let's move on, right? The Hornet faithful has spoken. They just want the refs to make a call.
Okay, all right.
Okay, it's 37-6. There's 24 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, offsetting
They are
penalties.
going to come to the realization that I told them to come to 5 minutes ago. And the Hornet band is playing the fight song, trying to end this game. They're willing the game to be over. The Hornet faithful stands and applauds. We need a running clock. The Hornet band wants a running clock. Will they get it? The Hornet student section stands and applauds. They know the words. I think they're singing. I'd like to think they're singing. It's not a running clock. We're going to have to punt. Maybe get a better snap here. It is a better snap. Nowlin hits it, and he hits it well. There's nobody back. And that one's going to be down by Vansel at the 17-yard line. So Nowlin pads his inside the 20 stats with that punt.
Ended up being very beneficial for Zayden's stats.
And good to get more practice snapping. You know, the Hornets had an injury to their long snapper, so we've switched snappers mid-season, and he's still a novice, so every bit of practice game speed he can get is good going into next week.
Looks like it's going to be a knee in game right here.
So the Hornets are going to take the win here in Cleveland, and that's going to set up a showdown next Thursday night against the Jay Bulldogs. Last snap of the game, QB draw, and the teams line up at midfield, and that is going to do it from Cleveland, America.
The final score, Vinita 37, Cleveland 6.
All right, folks, one more game for all the marbles next week in Jay. I hope you join us.
Playoff spot on the line.
Good night from Cleveland, America. All right, dude.